Meet Emma, a baby girl born by emergency C-section at 29 weeks. She spent 3 weeks at a neonatal intensive care unit and was getting stronger and stronger every day. Then one day, during a routine checkup, Emma stopped breathing. Emma's healthcare professionals immediately began intubating. However, being so small, it was hard to navigate through her narrow air passage. A device called Larynxscope was used to pry open her mouth to help her doctors achieve an optimal view of her voice box. But still, Emma's airway kept on closing. Cases like Emma's happen every day, and the consequence can be damage to the upper jaw, larynx, or even worse. 3.8 million babies are born into the United States every year, with 1 in 10 of them requiring the assistance to breathe at birth. It's estimated that approximately 20% of neonatal deaths are due to suffocation. Although intubations are a common procedure, no Larynxscope has been designed specifically for newborns. Neonates are much smaller than adults and have anatomical differences such as a relatively larger head and mandible. Altogether, these factors make neonatal intubations an extremely difficult procedure with poor success rates. Our product, the neonatal offset blade Larynxscope, can address these challenges. The Noble's horizontal offset blade does not put pressure on the upper lip and jaw of the neonate during intubation, reducing tissue injuries. Additionally, it's less bulky, ergonomic, and has similar mechanisms as conventional Larynxscopes, making it intuitive to use. Currently, the Miller blade is one of the most preferred Larynxscope blades for neonates. However, Miller blades and other Larynxscopes often have limited laryngeal view and can result in upper jaw damage and lower success rates during neonatal intubation. Our product's design significantly reduces these risks, resulting in no tissue damage, improved laryngeal view, and higher success rate during intubation. The target market for our product will be hospitals equipped with neonatal intensive care units within the United States. Currently, how it works is that the manufacturer sells their Larynxscopes to hospitals. These Larynxscopes are used by healthcare professionals to intubate patients such as neonates, who are our beneficiaries. Our go-to market strategy is to exclusively license the technology with an existing Larynxscope manufacturer who has a low to mid market share and has a production capacity to serve the neonatal market. Based on annual revenue as a proxy for market share, the ideal manufacturer is Salter Labs, who will be responsible for producing, distributing, and maintaining the technology. One advantage of this strategy is that Salter Labs can leverage their existing expertise in supply chain, which is more cost and time efficient than us independently developing this expertise. However, all else equal, they have the most to gain from the launch of the neonatal Larynxscope via 90% profit margin from the display sales from all market participants. This is expected to more than offset the 30% royalty fee they'll be paying us. Moreover, Salter Labs specializes in respiratory care, with one focus being neonatal and pediatrics, which makes the neonatal Larynxscopes a consistent product extension. Based on our projections, the neonatal Larynxscope market is $8 million USD annually, with a potential annual royalty revenue of $2.5 million, assuming that each reusable Larynxscope is priced at $500 USD. In the first year, we expect to earn royalty revenues of $230,000, and by the 10th year, we expect to grow to $1.3 million. This assumes that we maintain all purchasing NICUs and capturing 10% of the remaining market each year. Under the FDA guidelines, a Larynxscope is a Class 1 medical device. This means that we're exempt from 510(k) pre-market approval and can sell to consumers after a manufacturer is registered with the FDA. However, we believe a more robust clinical study proving the efficacy and superiority of our device over the conventional Miller blade will be a cornerstone in convincing healthcare professionals in adopting our technology. Studies have shown healthcare professionals trust peer-reviewed evidence over sales reps. In our first year, we will engage with Salter Labs and begin a study proving the clinical efficacy of our medical device. At year 2, we will finalize our royalty contracts and R&D. At year 3, we will enter the U.S. markets and begin generating royalty revenue. With a low barrier to entry, we will enter the Canadian markets by year 4 and finally global markets in year 5. We are asking for $500,000 USD to support our clinical efficacy trials and legal fees in exchange for 25% of our company. Based on net present value projections, this equates to a 20% return on your investment. This is our team. Sophia is our business development lead, Zoe, finance and project management, and Jamie, regulatory and operations. Andrew, Melissa, and Gabrielle are our clinical champions and advisors, along with Ravi, who's our technology advisor. We hope that our simple, innovative approach will help babies like Emma.